have an unending influx of immigrants into the country. And that's what Dr. Price is talking about. And nobody, no black politician, no black organization wants to deal with that issue. They will avoid it at all costs, even though in their hearts they know that's one of the biggest problems for black folk. We anticipate in the next 10 to 12 years, approximately 8 to 6 million Hispanics coming into the United States and 41 million Asians. You have been the majority minority for 400 years in this country. You have been the number 2 population for 400 years. You're going to get kicked out of being number 2. You're going to go down and become number 4. Now, common sense, even a third grade education would tell you, if you didn't get anything when you were number 2, you all jumped ahead of me, but anyway, you can guess what you're going to get when you become number 4.
Black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose.
Welcome to Male Reality Lessons, where topics are reviewed and discussed as iron sharpens iron. On Male Reality Lessons today, we're going to deep dive into what is particularly behind this new wave of immigration. And it may be shocking to some, but it's been discussed by many others, and particularly the black community, for a very long time. But you don't have to believe me. Let's see what has taken place in the news, past and present.
I want to encourage you to stay here in this country. Donald Trump is not going to be that bad. Don't run.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
He's going to make a Kia bring their ass over here and start building them desks and stuff in America, because he's going to make America great again. Let's go, Donald Trump.
7 years later.
So just let me go off this paper for a minute. Before y'all start calling my radio show and DMing me, talking about why you ain't asked no hard-hitting questions, that ain't what this is. I'm throwing a lob. This is an alley-oop for a dunk, because this administration needs to get the word out of what they're actually doing and what they're actually accomplishing, so we can stop all this foolishness about what you're doing for black people.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Can't nobody come out with no agenda and call it this for black people and expect to get in the White House. You got to play the game different. Y'all know what this is.
I just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community, and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
If you're enjoying the video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Male Reality Lessons.
We also know we don't practice quid pro quo in politics, which means you got to say to your people in an election, what can you do for me, whether you're black or white, if I vote for you? Right. And presently the system is that since black folk are subordinate to and excluded from the system, we can only do what's mainstream. And if they do what's mainstream, nothing's going to happen for black folk.
Blacks must reach a point of self-determination by the year 2015 in your analysis.
That's right.
Why?
Why? Because at that time, about 7, 8 major things is going to wipe us out if we don't do something very quick about getting some power and wealth, rebuilding our communities and being competitive. One, we anticipate in the next by the year 2013, approximately 8 to 6 million Hispanics entering this country and 41 million Asians. We have been the number 2 population in this country now for approximately 400 years.
we're going to be pushed from number 2 down to number 4, okay? Now, if you didn't get anything for 400 years when you're number 2, you figure what you're going to get when you become number 4. You're not going to be you're going to have to now speak through 2 other groups. Secondly, crime is going to be a cold word for blacks. Blacks are going to be further criminalized than they are now. Next thing is going to happen to black folk, we're going to be forced into what we call a new world order. We're going to have to compete with groups all over the world that we're totally ill-equipped to compete with. But let me get to one other point very quickly.
Right.
Let me skip off that a second.
Very quickly.
So, because one of the things I want blacks to also focus on is civil rights. You missed that question about civil rights.
Right.
We got to get away from civil rights because that's not the major issue. Civil rights won't give you any power. Neither will integration, because black folk have been so psychologically, so politically, and so economically damaged, Daryl, by 400 years of deprivation and exploitation, that civil rights and integration won't even reach us. We can't be reached by it, and it can do nothing for us. As a matter of fact, even if you're going to talk about civil rights, then switch it. Instead of talking about, look, gays talk about gay rights, handicaps, handicap rights, females, feminist rights, veterans, veteran rights.
Right.
And when you get to black folk, why do you talk about civil rights? I don't know any blacks named Civil. Talk about black rights.
Okay.
Instead of talking about social integration, talk about economic integration.
The book is Black Labor, White Wealth, The Search for Power and Economic Justice.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in support of Chairman Comer's resolution. As if free flights, free phones, free health care, free education, free lawyers, and other freebies being offered to illegal aliens weren't already enough, the D.C. City Council decided to now give illegal aliens the right to vote.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
A right that more than 1.1 million American military service members have given their lives for. Giving this right to illegal aliens as if our government is the Oprah Winfrey Show. You get a vote. You get a vote. You get a vote. It makes a mockery of the constitutional republic, of our brave heroes who fought and died for to defend. The right to vote is the most sacred right in our constitutional republic. Giving the right to vote to non-citizens cheapens this sacred right by discounting the value of citizens' votes. It also cheapens the value of American citizenship and cheapens our standing around the world as we incentivize the invasion of our own country. Under Biden's watch, over 4.6 million illegal aliens, and those are just the ones that we know of, have already crossed our wide open southern border that Secretary Mayorkas and Joe Biden refuse to secure, that Democrats could have done something about for the past 2 years when they held all levers of power and refused to do so. Well, by the end of the year, Biden will have let in more illegal aliens than the entire population of my state of Colorado.
That's a damn shame.
Instead of trying to secure the border, Democrats are more focused on giving illegal aliens more handouts and privileges, including giving them the right, the sacred right, to vote. These illegal aliens are even treated oftentimes better than our veterans who are struggling to have their health needs met, to have health care, to get the services that we promise them for their great service. But it is immediately given to those who come across our southern border illegally. Let's put American citizens first, not cheapen their vote.
Here are my final thoughts. Whether you believe there is a real underlining political agenda with all the immigrants coming in and ultimately giving them a vote, even though they're not legal citizens, I'll leave that up to you to judge. But the bottom line is, as the good doctor said, you better do quid pro quo for your vote, whether it's a black or white politician or whatever party, Republican, Democrat, or Independent. Your vote needs to count for something. Don't just give it away. In today's environment, every vote counts, and every offer of your vote needs to mean something in your community as well as the country. But I want to hear from you in the comments section. Give me your thoughts and opinions on this topic, or any other topic here on Male Reality Lessons. As always, I want to thank you for watching. Smash that like button and have a good day.